and welcome to another episode of Build, Fix, Eat. Today we are going to be building this BBQ Smoker trailer frame, which will eventually be a mobile smoker. Okay, let's get at it. Okay, the back fit up square. I'm going to fit up the front here now. And that's good. That's really good. So we tighten that up. I've got to fit up. Internally everything's square, but just as a double check, this is the right way to do it from corner to corner. And you should be the same, hopefully. And if you're not, you can move it in and out a little because you're on tacked. 6 and an 8. 6 and an 8. So we're good. We're square. Okay, so I'm happy with how it's turned out. It's fit square. So I'm going to throw a couple tacks on it. This is the bottom. So I'm going to throw a couple tacks on it so it doesn't break apart. I'm going to flip it over, weld it at the top, then flip it back over, and then do the bottom, and then we'll do the neck. Alright, so the base is welded out. We're going to fit up the tongue. I'm going to use the base as a template for the tongue. I'll show you what I mean. 19 is our center. I double checked it. We're going the other way. This is the tongue. Obviously it's going to extend out. Easily calculate the angle. I'm going to flush it there. And I'm going to flush this inside corner with that line. So to mark that line out, I just take a square, mark it against that line that I have there, and where it intersects here. And then scribe it, and then scribe from the opening to the line. And now I know the angle we got to cut out for the 2x4 to sit right there. Alright, well we got the crosses cut, coped, everything ready to go. This piece here is going to hold the hitch for the bar, or the ball, sorry. And I'm going to square it, because I know the center, and just tack it. I'll push these in and line them up. Alright, they're identical. It's perfect. Now, just so this doesn't move around on me, I'm going to put a brace down here. I'm going to tack that on. I'm going to break this apart and weld it over. Now I should just be able to lift and break that front tack. Yep. Alright, I got the tongue up on the weld on the table, and now we're going to weld her out. Okay, so before we put the tongue on, we need to put these springs and axle on because the tongue needs to be perpendicular to the axle. So I have some springs here. I have a hanger kit. On the hanger kit, the wider ones, they go in the front because this sits in it. And the narrower ones go on the back because you have these that go on there. I'm just going to dry fit this. This is always at the front of your trailer. This is at the rear. This piece right here has to be pushed forward a little off center. Typically I do it about a ½ an inch. You should look at the manufacturer's recommendations for where it should be. So for visual representation, that's about where it should sit. That's how it should look when it's on the trailer. Now I'm going to lay out the spring hangers. I've already figured out where my axle center needs to go. So I'm going to lay that out. And you see I've already ground off all the mill scale, just so I have really good welds. Line there is where this first one is going to go right here, just like that. My hanger will be back here. Now on this trailer, because this material is so thick and so large, I'm not going to put an underplate on this like a gusset or a poison pad. However, if you were let's say you were welding your own trailer and you're welding something thinner, you got to be careful because these welds here are stress risers on this, because this is always, this portion here and on top are always in compression and tension. So if you were welding a thinner utility trailer and say it was angle iron, you'd probably want some sort of backup plate on it like this. And you would weld this to the plate, obviously not this long. You could weld all the way around, and then you could weld this plate to here, only on the sides. It's just another technique, but I'm not using it on this trailer just because this is so thick already. Now these spring hangers from Rockwell come with holes inside of them. I assume so you can bolt them, but for welding, they're fantastic because I can tack inside that hole and it will clamp itself down. Whereas if you tack on either side, you're going to cause it to lift. So that's where I like to tack on these. Just kind of square it up. Now the front basically dictate everything, and I already know my space to the back. So space to the back. I'm going to mark that. Now I'm just going to dry fit the spring just to make sure I didn't mess up any of my measurements while everything's tight. Perfect. So I'm happy with that. I'm about a ½ inch off, which is what we're looking for. Looks good. All right, weld it out. Do the same to the other side, and then we'll throw the axle on. All right, now I'm going to install the axle. Now, these axles come with a bend in them, a camber. Now, I don't know how well you can see that. See how it's rocking there? So the bow is up. This bow always wants to point up. So this should be if this were the trailer, this would be in the right position like this. However, the trailer is currently upside down, so we need to install it like this. Just like that. And So often you would set your axle underslung underneath the springs, but on this trailer I need more height, so they're going to be overslung. They're going to be put on the top. Okay, so we have the neck kind of roughly fit up, and this is where we got to make sure that this imaginary line is perpendicular to the axle. So simply I'm just going to pick the same point on both. And I'm going to measure 80.5. Well, let's bang on. So that's handy. Now, if yours wasn't bang on, you'd knock it back and forth. Alright, I don't need any adjustment. I'm going to test that up and hold it up. Alright, last thing to weld on before I flip it over, forward seeker. Well, I messed up. When I went to buy the hardware for this trailer, I planned on using a smaller tire, but they had these and they looked awesome, but I didn't take into account that they were 3 inches taller. So now I'm actually going to take the axle out and swing it. Now it is going to be underslung, so let's get at it. Alright, we got the axle swapped now, so it's underslung, so you can see it's a little lower. Now we're going to finish welding out the top side of the tongue. That'll probably be about all we can do for now. We'll have to start working on the smoker. Alright, well, that's about all we can do on this frame for now. I'm going to add some gussets and things like that. Close up these ends, but I want to wait till the smoker is on and maybe the lights wired up. So anyways, there you have her. There's part one. We'll work on the cook chamber next. Thanks for watching. I hope you like and subscribe. Thank you.